Welcome, this is Ben Zinn for nextlevelguitar.com. We're going to take a look at some approaches to jamming and improvising over this medium blues track in A. A lot of fun. We're going to give you some cool examples, some cool licks that you can play over this jam track. So our jam track that we're talking about today is in the key of A minor. It's following a 12-bar blues format. So briefly, we want to take you through the chord changes that are happening. Our one chord in the key is an A minor chord. We spend 4 measures on that chord. Now we go to a D minor chord. That's what we would call our 4 chord in the key of A. And I'm going to spend 2 measures on that chord. Then I'm back to the A minor chord for 2 measures. Now we go up to an E minor for only 1 measure, to a D minor for 1 measure, to an A minor for 1 measure, and on the turnaround we hit this guy, the staple, the E7 sharp 9. So good to be aware of those chord changes as we're playing through our jam track. Since we're in the key of A minor in our jam track, we want to start out with home bass, and that's just thinking about playing and jamming on what relates to all the chord changes. You guessed it, our home bass scale is going to be our A minor pentatonic, which I'll refer you to the ebook that coincides with this lesson. We're going to map out every single position if you're unaware of those scales. Today's lesson here, we're just going to take you through a couple, but if you want to learn more, check out that ebook for all those positions. But I'm going to think as my starting position, A minor pentatonic and the A blues scale. As well as the coinciding A blues scale. But I do want to make note of some different ways that you can cut across the positions. Very helpful ways in connecting and expanding the range of your scale. For instance, starting down here 1 note lower than the root. And being able to move through some different positions by connecting horizontally. That's a good position to know. So is this one. Because when we get those 2 positions happening, we're covering a lot of ground. And by the time we get up to this high A right here, we're already repeating our home bass position. Let's take you through some different examples of some go-to licks that we can play over this jam track, as well as just some examples of doing some scale exploration using some of the patterns we outlined. Another device that we can use is to start doing some improvising rhythmically. So that's almost thinking about our scales, but strumming the guitar in such a way, we're playing more like we're playing rhythm guitar in this circumstance. So I'm still using licks and examples, but I might play something like this. So the basic idea that I'm thinking of here is I'm just keeping my pick hand moving just like I'm doing when I'm strumming. I'm going to keep strumming here and keeping this sort of pulse. But I'm going to fill that in with some different note choices. Maybe some double stops. Very much in like a funk style. Works really well over a blues too. Okay everyone, well I want to say thanks so much for checking out this lesson, and just remember this is all a jumping off point. We're just trying to present some concepts for you so that you guys out there can make them your own and come up with your own examples, you know, come up with your own ways of playing over this, and most importantly have fun, get lost in the track, enjoy these jam tracks. We have so many others in other styles and related to certain artists, so be sure to check those out too. Once again, I want to say thanks so much. My name is Ben Zinn for nextlevelguitar.com, and I'll see you next time.